So remember to stay hot. You know, I tell lady friends all the time, sisters, I tell them, listen, man. If you got a man that came from nothing and bust his ass and did whatever he had to do in the universe to get this money, and then he go all out to make you fly, give you some shit, bro, even if you don't like the gift, even if your man bought you a Gucci bag you don't like, then you gonna go back and change. Act humble. The minute you don't act humble, it's not appreciated. He does it hurts his heart. Okay? It hurts his heart. 13-second man. Mahone. Yesterday, shout out to Cash App. Our partner, shout out to Cash App. After the show, you can go on Cash App, use the code FATJOE, FATJOE, and you will receive $15 free from Cash App. Where else does that happen? I do not know. Hot Freestyle, what's good? And so, 13 seconds is all it takes for the game. They're calling this the greatest game in the world. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you. Off rip, I didn't see it. I was watching Ozark yesterday. Ozark just came out. That's a whole nother conversation, but I was on my Ozark shit. And Rich knows if Tom Brady goes down, Mahone is my bandwagon. Because you know I'm not a big football guy. But Rich hit me, everybody hit me. You missed the best game of the year. So Mahone, that's why I say this guy's the greatest. It only took 13 seconds. The week before, Dak Prescott had 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Shit at the money, ran with the ball. This guy only had 2 plays with 14 seconds. They got the field goal to go. And so Mahone is cold as ice. I always say Tom Brady is the MJ of it. And I heard he lost like on some fluke shit too. Damn, Ro Parrish said it was the best week of football.
Best weekend of football, yes, he did. I saw him say that.
He said it's the best. I mean, I got fucked up. I was watching Ozark like a dick. Yo, Ro, was it the best first?
What's good,
my brother?
Hey, love always. I always appreciate
you. Ain't you happy that this is the one media outlet you can wear your do-rag? Cause I see you in that show, NBA. You be all fly, tuxedos, bow ties and shit.
No.
You come on here with your do-rag.
Hey, straight do-rag. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it thorough, but you know what I'm saying? This is how we represent. Cause I'm on the biggest show in the game.
My brother, you know I felt so fake yesterday because I'm a Tom Brady and I'm a own bandwagon guy.
Right.
Right? Because they cold as ice. See, Dak ain't got that. Dak tries to sit on the side and act like them. He studied them. But you know when they down, they gotta come back. It's a certain look a quarterback has that you like, okay. Even if it's 2 minutes left, you say, nah, Brady gonna throw this shit. John Elway gonna throw this shit. You know, we know Mahomes gonna throw this. That doesn't give me that confidence. And so yesterday, with 13 seconds, Mahomes pulls it off. Did you think, they said the Bills were celebrating already. Did you think he was able to come back like that?
Number one, you never leave time on the clock for arguably the greatest quarterback in the game, number one. So you leave 13 seconds on the clock now. The Cowboys couldn't get it done. I ain't going to put it all on Dak. It ain't all on Dak's fault. The coaching staff had a little something to do with that. But Kansas City had 3 timeouts. Yo, you talking about me in the studio. I'm watching the game. Me, Steve Smith, Smitty, and Isaiah Thomas, one of the greatest ever to do it. We're watching this unfold. I said, yo, the Buffalo Bills should have squib kicked so you run some time off the clock. They didn't do that. They left time on the clock. And like I said, they had 3 timeouts. 3 timeouts.
Shout out to our brother Adrian Broner. He says Bengals all day. Is the Bengals in the playoffs?
Yo, the Bengals is about to. Yo, they got a chance. They could go.
Oh, word? The Bengals is in the building against Kansas City?
Yo, they knocked off the Titans on their field, all right? And they took care of the Raiders the week before. Yo, let me tell you something. The Bengals is legit. They legit.
Wow, so the Bengals are legit.
No
They're not
question.
going to beat Mahomes, though. I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you something. Huh? Oh, they're not going to be. It's a different time, brother. It's a different time with Mahomes. Don't do that. When it's time for Mahomes to step up, he's going to step up. It's either Tom Brady or Mahomes. That's it.
Right.
You'll see. I'm not a football guy.
I know you're
But
not.
I know enough that this is the guy.
Facts. Big facts.
And
Now,
did you think when the Bills was up, did you think he would come back with 13 seconds?
Absolutely. There was time when you got time on the clock. You got time, and you got 3 timeouts. This is bro. They gave him a $500 million contract. All right. If they breaking you that bread, if they breaking up the Brinks truck like that to give you that paper, you gonna do something.
There's countries that ain't got 500 million. and so what happens is this. Rich Flay says he doesn't believe that you thought he was going to come back with 13 seconds.
No way.
Hold on, who's that? Rich, say what up with my man Rich in the back. His Cowboys.
Yo, Rich just mad as hell. Dallas ain't in it no more. Him and my man OG Muggs, they went out there. Let me tell you something, man. I would have gave him the benefit of the doubt with 13 seconds because I know he's cold as ice. He's going to go for it.
Back.
The mayor is in the building. And so, the Bengals don't have a chance? No. So Adrian Broner, he want to fight you the fair one because he a Bengals fan and he heard you be boxing.
After he makes me the bet and loses the money, we can fight back.
He's a Bengals fan.
I'm gonna lose the boxing match. I'll win the bet.
Yo, bro, let me ask you about basketball.
Talk to me.
Big question. When it comes to let's go to Zion, right?
I know you love him. I know you love him, but he ain't played yet. I don't know if he's gonna play.
At this point, he could be the biggest bust in NBA history. Because Zion's supposed to be elite, like one of the greatest ever. So he's so heavy. I believe that he's just doing that to get traded.
He's not helping his cause. Listen, you were OG in this game. You know, you understand how things work. You were one of the most professional people that I've ever met, and you know how to play the game to get what you want. That's not how you get what you want. When you're a pro athlete, you can't come out of shape, out of overweight. That's not gonna get it done. If you're trying to get out, you stay in shape, you play ball out on the court, then you let it be known behind the scenes what you want to do. He's doing it the wrong way.
Does the Lakers have a chance? I mean, you in there. You hearing what Smitty's saying. You hearing what Isaiah's saying. You hearing what Coach is saying. What's my man, the coach from Toronto? He was the coach from Toronto. He be up there with y'all.
Oh, hold on for a second. You talking about Sam Mitchell?
Yeah, he be with y'all all the time. You hearing from real live coaches. Right. And all that. What are they saying about the Lakers' chances?
Right now, man, the Lakers ain't got no chemistry. They not healthy. Anthony Davis out. He's supposed to come back this week. If they can get Anthony Davis back in the lineup playing like a real,
he gotta play.
Like a real one.
You know this guy, every time he gets hit, we think he's gonna get hurt. It's
Facts.
You know, Kemba Walker's old already.
Right.
He can get away, he's got bad knees, we know. But AD is young. He's supposed to be top 5 dead or alive right now. I'm not a believer.
No lies detected on what you say. AD, in fact, it's becoming an insult now when somebody says, yo, he's a top 5 talent, but he's not a top 5 player.
Oh, so they're changing it now.
They're shifting it, but that's
that's when they don't want to diss you. They still try to massage. The guy, AD, man, I can't fucking believe it, man, because he's supposed to be, they call him street clothes, all type of shit. I mean, yo, listen, man. The man, he don't care, man. He don't care. They gave him that one chip. He don't care.
Nah, he don't. Hey, he got the chip, and he also secured the bag, so he good.
He secured the bag.
Yeah, he secured the bag. He got.
Yo, but that's crazy, right? It's a thing, and I was talking the other day. I did that show. I am an athlete.
The funny thing is I got it on my YouTube. I'm actually about to watch that as soon as you got off. But talk to me.
One of the most legendary interviews ever in the history of mankind. Not just Fat Joe, anybody.
Facts.
And we talked for 2.5 hours. Nothing but realness. And they admitted, they all retired superstars, and they admitted that it's hard to stay focused as a player when you get the bag. That once you're rich, we kind of seeing this with Julius Randle in New York. Last year's Julius Randle is not this year's Julius Randle. And not saying that he ain't his talent, he just don't look as hungry as he did when he was playing for that bag.
Yo, this is why I gotta take your famous line and flip it. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yo, this shit is crazy, bro.
His value was dropped, and he had an awesome season. They overachieved. Nobody saw that coming. Yo, we was on here talking about this a long time ago. I did not see your Knicks. I came on and apologized to you. But this year, and then you got him going at the crowd. Yo, you know how that works in New York. You can't go against the crowd. You can't give them the thumbs down and expect to get the love back. That ain't it.
Nah, that ain't it. And but I'm still a fan. I love Julius Randle. I love his game. He just gotta play for the team too. Like he gotta play. The Knicks gotta play team ball. Julius, he one of them old school. Give me the ball. What they call that shit? One-on-one basketball. He want to do the one-on-one basketball.
We call it the black hole.
Clicking.
We call it the black hole.
Yeah, he's trying to be the black hole. He's the last member of the Kobe, AI, that era.
Right.
Where, give me I don't give a fuck if shit moving. Everybody's scoring. We winning. Everybody's moving. He sit right there, black hole, and be like, yo, get the ball.
Right. Nah, they need
that's not going to win us nothing.
Nah, they need somebody else. And much love to Julius. He a Texas boy. He grew up around the way. But at the same time, you need somebody else that can come in and create for themselves and create for other people. You know?
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm done with Julius Randle. I'm just saying he needs to gel into playing with everybody team ball. I still believe in Julius Randle.
Facts. No,
I still believe in Julius. Who would be and I'll let you go. Who would be like a dream player if you receive one player, if the Knicks were lucky enough to get, that could get us over the hump? Not chip, but at least, second round.
You know who I would love to see? I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but give me Dame Lillard.
Wow.
Bring Dame Lillard to the big lights and bright, put him in the greatest arena ever, and Dame Lillard would shine. He would be a legend in New York forever because he would definitely take y'all to the chip. And with everybody around him now, he might be able to get y'all the chip. Listen, D Lillard, he nice with it. For real.
That's where we got to go. Love you, my brother, man.
Love you
Thank
always.
you for making us happy on TV. You going to be out there All-Star?
Yo, we got to talk offline about all. You going to be in Cleveland?
I'm there.
Okay, we got to talk offline. I got something. I got to get you on. If it fits your schedule.
No, I'm ready for it.
But we might not be able to afford you because yesterday's price.
No. You could afford me. Shout out to Bud Light, Pepsi. I'm going out there for corporate events and all that. But, I'm going to hit you up off the record. I'm going to hit you up a little later.
Now, for real, we got to talk this week because I got something I want to get you involved with.
I need it. Let me ask you a question.
What up?
No, I need it. He's giving me the eyes. Listen.
Call me, bro.
Girl, you got that charm out there. All right, bro. God bless, my brother.
Salute.
Yo, bro, Parrish, man. Yo, that's my brother, friend to the show. Been rocking with us since day one. If you want to catch him, you catch him on the NBA channel. He's killing them every single day. Hold on, who's that? Latina ass on here? Hold up. No, not that. Let me see if here you go. Let me see. Tell your man I'm hitting him now, Rich.
Mm-hmm. for duty. Man is in the building.
Yo, man. Damn, 13 seconds, Mahomes. Cold as ice. Incredible. You've seen a lot of games. They're calling that the best game ever.
It's incredible.
Was it the best game ever?
Best fourth quarter I've ever seen in my life. That's for damn sure.
That's 2 minutes.
I seen one game. I was on the plane. Tom Brady came back single-handedly with the Patriots. Like, it was just like he was just going nuts. Yo, Jim Jones. What's up, Jimmy? Yo, what's good? Yo, let me tell you something, Jim. Shout out Uncle Dan. He said, man, how you call a man at 6:45 when you getting on that 7? I tell a man, there's certain brothers of mine that we just don't say no to each other. We do what we gotta do.
100%, 100,000,000%. What's up, bro?
Listen, man, the Lobby Boys, man. I'm hearing big talk about the Lobby Boys. Who are the Lobby Boys, Jimmy?
We got to get you on there first, though. We got to get the biggest on this. It feels good, but we got a lot of people on there, though. We got a lot of spitters, a lot of niggas that really, got that pocket. Benny the Butcher, Conway, Fab, Davies, Fabio Foreign, Capella.
Let me ask you, is this a compilation? Who are the Lobby Boys?
Oh, the Lobby Boys.
Everybody?
No, the Lobby Boys is me and Fab, Davies, Mano. Me and Mano are the group Lobby Boys. Me, Fab, Dave, and Maine starting out this new initiative called Fitlit, all stemming from what we got going on from the Lobby Boys.
I've been watching that, and I've been seeing Fab coming to work out in a 3-piece suit with moccasins on. He gotta stop. He remind your Uncle Dan. He come. I be like, y'all going to work out? He'll sit there and talk shit for the hour. He ain't getting on no fucking machines. He ain't even trying. You know, the man come over there. He remind me of Khaled with the pillow on courtside. He didn't want to get his shoes dirty.
Khaled is crazy. He want to get
what the fuck did I do, man? Yo, this guy's nuts.
He didn't want to get the Virgils dirty. No way. No way. Harry, keep the bottom clean. Woo.
Let me tell you something. The man went out there and shot a jumper.
And it went in.
But I'm saying, it's
Steph
like,
Curry.
yo, what's up with Khaled got the pillow. Everybody hitting me up like, yo, what's up with your man? I said, listen, one thing I know, the man know how to go viral in his sleep. He gonna do some shit
quickly
every day, and everybody gonna be like, whether you like it or not.
He did that right though, cause he had the LV Preem hoodie on with the Virgil LV imprinted, like the LV on the hoodie. Then he had the pillow just to match and relax. It's a little bit extra on it, just cause.
I mean, you one of them guys. I see you doing some shit like that. Like, I mean, the man, you live once, and the man having a good time with the shit, huh?
Enjoy. You gotta enjoy. You only live once, man. You only live once, and what Khaled has been doing has been phenomenal. As far as him just breaking all barriers of what the stereotype is to who should be what ambassador or model for what, or like he broke all that down. Like, you dig? Like, so I always tip my hat to Khaled. He's my hate and love all in once. You heard? I see.
Yeah. Who you telling?
Like, God damn, man, I can model too, but I use everything that I see people do and turn it around for fuel for me to get off my ass and get to it. And that's how That's how I do it. So I use everybody.
Because Jim, you work hard. You got multiple cribs. You know what I'm saying? So if people don't know if you flying under the radar, you know what I'm saying? You get to the bag. You a hustler.
Yeah, I know how to find the bag when needed.
Let me ask you something. A lot of times when you find the bag, you FaceTime me, like letting me know, like, yo, Joe, you was here to the bag first, but I found the guy over here. Yo, Jim.
Yeah, all the bag stops when I get there. Like, Joe just left here. Like, damn, Joe is he's the Crocodile Dundee of bag.
Yes.
He's gonna find that crocodile bag.
I gotta find that shit. Let me ask you something. So what happened? What happened, man?
No, just something Tyreek Hill, high school.
from.
Oh, the kid on the football field. You seen that shit? Homeboy came back in 13 seconds, Mahomes.
No, I ain't see that. You know,
Nah, I got love for this guy. I'm like a bandwagon fan of his.
Oh, I'm like a bandwagon fan. He just.
No, I am. I don't like football like that. I just started watching in the playoffs, and I go for them. When is this project coming out? This Lobby Boys.
The Lobby Boys is dropping in March. We're gonna put the first single out. I believe it's February 18th. I believe it is, or February 21st. Is the Lobby Boy anthem. Then we're gonna jump into the single that we gonna push, which is a 5-year record called Slide. We got some heat on there, so I'm thoroughly happy. I'm more happy for people to hear how ill Mano was getting off on this. Like he
That's
helped.
what I've been hearing you say.
Nah, he did. Nah, he got busy. Like he got busy. Had me in there. Like, oh, that's how you coming? Like it was something like, man, we're supposed to be here together. Like he really got in his bag on that.
Oh, so he going off. He like,
yes.
That's how I be feeling with you sometimes. I'll be like, yo, Jimmy be trying to take off on dudes. So you say he pulling Jimmy Jones on you, with Mano trying to take off, and you gotta back up for a second and say, hold up.
Exactly.
My shit up.
Yeah, I gotta go crazy now. Now you're going crazy. I gotta go to the crazy house. I need a padded room and a straitjacket now. Like I gotta go crazy now.
You know what? It's when guys live such a real life, and you can put it down on paper, or you could just put it down on the music. You know, like now I find myself, I haven't really been in the studio as much, but I found myself so much easier to do it now because it's just, we done lived so much shit. We done been through so much shit that now it's like, what can't we talk about? We can just go on in and talk that shit.
That's what a lot of people always like when they do the interviews. They're like, yo, how could you keep finding new things to rap about? Because I really live a life. Like, I live a life. Like, man, if once you living, you got stuff to write about. Like, what?
And I feel like starting with your last two projects, you stepped up. I think you was way more underrated. And then now everybody like, oh shit, Jimmy, like, you've been hearing your names. Like, I heard B-Dot talking about you, certain so-called hip-hop scholars. Talking about, shout out to my brother Jazzy Faye on the trekking down there in the ATL.
Peace up, A-Town.
Yeah, so you been hearing people talking, bigging up your name. Like, yo, Jimmy, one of the elites. He's spitting his ass off. How does that feel like, and have you been waiting forever for that?
It feels dope to hear your peers and your colleagues, and also the fans. Like, everybody is kind of telling me the same thing, and I'm like, it definitely is a breath of fresh air because I've just been trying to be consistent until I break the barriers down somehow. I've been in this game time, and there's been a lot of rappers before me, a lot of dope rappers, and even in my own Dipset, like, I wasn't always the premier artist, or, you know what I mean? Like, I had some great hits, but I wasn't always the premier artist on there. Like, Jewels was absolutely the star. Cam has been platinum.
Yeah, Jewels was my favorite Dipset. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie to you guys. That boy dead nice. You know what I'm saying?
Cam had been multi-platinum since we first came out, so I was blessed enough to be able to pick up this craft so I could turn it into a hustle. But now the hustle done turned into a passion in my craft, and I'm kind of good at it right now. And
Let me ask you something. None of this I'm alluding to is your fault. None of it you have nothing to do with. None of it, nothing. But a person like you who come up from where you come up, and we all know what you have represented. What do you think we could do to make these kids change from how they banging out here? Like, what do you think could be the solution? Like, what do you think could slow down the violence that's going on in the streets of New York like that?
Oh man, see, it's hard because I've been there, so I don't want to be hypocritical, but also I've grown older, and the way I look at life is way different.
So that's what I'm saying. Did we grow older? Because now I look at shit and I hear shit and I see it different. I know when I was little, I was wild. When we was young, we was wild. And am I just being an old school, an old dude trying to talk about peace or the kid, calming it down? I mean, what is it? Like,
I mean, it's a bit of everything for us because we are mature, but at the same time, I be trying to analyze was the when I was moving, like the violence, it felt like it was directed towards what you needed it to be. It was a little bit different, but I don't know how to. I don't have the solution for them to stop the violence. All I can do,
and that's the problem, Jim. That nobody. Every time I ask somebody this question, nobody has the solution. In a dream world, what could be a solution? In a dream world.
In a dream world, we wouldn't have. It'd be no guns. In a dream world, in a dream world, it'd be no guns. That would take a lot away of a lot of these things. You did, because a lot of these youngsters, they don't know what it is to really stand up for themselves without a weapon on them. You heard? They didn't have to get the bumps and bruises that we had coming up. There was nobody teaching them this lesson. Like, it's almost forbidden to have a fight if you don't get shot. You try to fight me, now I'm coming back to shoot you. Like, there's no medium in between it. There's no settling it. It's up. It's an op. We moving tactical and we sturdy. That's all these young kids is talking about. But for us that been there, done that, seen what it can do to a person, seen what it can do to a person's family. So it's like, what is the advice that we give these youngsters? You did without us seeming too calling calling the kettle black, because I know that I've been there. But I'm trying to tell them that road that you're going down, I've seen everybody that's been around me get faded in so many different ways. I've lost people. Some people are in heaven. Some people are in jail right now. If people don't take what's been going on in this past 4 years, that you'll know me. You'll know what I'm talking about. Like how it's so easy to get caught up in fast out here. You dig? Like, I had some of the closest people next to me for the 20 years of my life now faded over some. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I'm going to talk about it.
What I'm saying to you is this, right? When we was coming up, it was older guys that did 15, 20 years, and they all told us, yo, chill, this, that. We looking at them like, yo, your time is done, OG. Like, we young, we moving. And I see now when I meet with everybody who's talking about peace and putting it together, they all like OGs who already learned the lesson, did 20 years in jail, and they coming back to tell the youth, yo, chill. I think one thing we could do is we need new young leaders. I mean, young, they're same age, 18, 19, 20, to talk so they won't look at us like, yo, you guys are old.
But young, responsible leaders that really know what it is to move,
that's
right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, young, responsible leaders. Like, young, responsible leaders that want to talk about peace, want to talk about you could be the next Jay-Z, the next 50 Cent, the next Jim Jones.
We need more outlets. We need way more outlets for our youth than we have now. When we were coming up, it started at a young age with these community rooms and all these block the streets off play. Like, we don't have no outlets for none of these youth right now. The only outlet they have is social media, their phone, and the video games where they're shooting. Like, they don't. There's nothing else in between. We need more responsible young.
Yeah, I heard somebody in the streets tell me. Somebody in the streets said, "Yo, bro, of course they want a gun. They've been playing these video games and they've been marketing these guns."
That's what I just said. We outlets that show them something better than just being on Call of Duty all day. That's why I be trying to show them how to get to the bag with this cryptocurrency and things like that. So the same amount of energy you using on Call of Duty to go on a drill and Call of Duty is the same amount of energy you could use with $200, $300, $400 and fuck around and make yourself a real bag off of getting on that wave or getting on that cryptocurrency wave.
Because the cryptocurrency and the NFT even the playing field. Yes. Like, so you just gotta be smart and witty to win at that game. It ain't like you need $1 million to start the shit. All you need to do is teach yourself that shit.
And the same amount of time you're using on Call of Duty, the same amount of time you can turn yourself into a millionaire with little or no money if you do it right. So these are little different things that we can do as a whole as for people who we are to try to get them to offset what they're actually doing instead of just going outside and watching them drill. Because it's hard because we still in it. We didn't do 20 years and come back and be like, yo, I learned. No, we are directly.
Now me, I'm a big advocate for hip hop being art and music being art, movies being art. Like, just because I watch a movie where somebody kills a guy at a bodega don't mean I gotta go to the bodega and kill somebody. It's art. It's not real. Music that I rap about, it's art. It's not real. Otherwise, I'd have been in jail for 10,000 years for robbing the liquor store in every song, right? But when I say that, the other night, just yesterday, I had my nephews over, and these guys, they've only lived in mansions. They're nice guys. They don't know nothing. And slow son. And he said, well, they market and promote it in the new music. Like, they tell us the gangs are fly. That's why everybody gets in gangs and stuff like that. This is a decent, nicest kid in the world who really told me this shit. Like, you know, like, really, like, hey, Hunk, they promote it like it's fine.
That's why it's very touch and go for me, because I was one of them people that really was promoting this gang violence, and I made millions of dollars off of promoting this gang violence. But above all, people didn't get to see my overall picture of who I was and how I was moving. Everybody that was moving with me, I was showing them something and teaching them something. When they was next to me, everybody had a job. Who's next to me? If you don't have no purpose, you won't be next to me. Like, everything I always pushed was about the betterment of the people I had around me. Now, the big picture don't show you that and shit like that. They show you what the media wants to see and things like that, which is all the violence that I seem to be portraying in my music and on my videos. But on the flip side, it wasn't so. You dig? So that's why I love this social media so much, because you get to see all angles of different people and things like that.
And it's beautiful what you're doing with the getting fit and all that, because a lot of people don't know till it's too late that they got to be healthy and shit like that. And that motivates motherfuckers to get up. And that is definitely positive. And the social media definitely, because when we was growing up, it was all about a mystery. Like, you know, Fat Joe, you look like you couldn't even talk to him. He like 50 dudes with him standing there like. But now social media lets people see your true self and your character, and who you are. You know what I'm saying? And
media portrays you to be. Like, they get to really tap in with you through these social medias or through your personal social media. You know what I mean?
I think that we need more young leaders that are positive. Imagine a young Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
Yo, but you say young leaders, but we need leaders, period. Young and just leaders, because hip-hop community is lacking.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, I know how a young Fat Joe would have felt like if a 45-year-old OG, even if I respect him, came with that shit, we'd be like, yo, my man, get the fuck out of here. Like,
my duty was to talk about, I hated old niggas when I was coming. You see what I used to go, you dig? Like, that was my duty. So now it's just like, I'm the old nigga right now, but I'm a little bit different. You heard?
Now we different. They respect us.
And that's what I'm saying. So when you think about the days where Martin and Malcolm was moving, at that era, they were different. They were us. They just wasn't rapping on beats, but they were us. They were different. They were the different ones that we are now. So who's going to start to take this leadership role is what I always ask ourselves, because there's only a few of us that actually could do it, where people are going to pay attention to what we're telling them. You dig? So who's going to take that role besides the young people that we want to cater to the young people? We need, as a whole, as a culture, we need some brand new Martin Luther Kings, brand new Malcolm X's, brand new Tupacs, everything brand new. You dig? Like, we need those people to step up. You're not saying anything wrong, but who's going to get ready to start to step into those shoes, which is very tricky. It's very tricky.
We gotta do that, and we gotta create more job opportunities for the youth. Because whenever I sit down with them and I talk to them, they like, yo, OG, we ain't got nothing. They like, we ain't got nothing. We ain't. And so that's what they really need, is opportunity, jobs, and a way of getting money, because they just, you know, they looking like, yo, what's in it for us? And people getting tired of, like, looking at everybody else win and they're not winning. And so they like, fuck it, get rich or die trying.
But this is a good era because when we were coming up, school didn't preach to us about financial literacy and generational wealth. Right now, we can show all these youth that's looking for a job or need out the right way of how to go about this, because it's the same thing with the crack epidemic. All we knew was how to sell crack, cook crack. That was all in front of us. Now it's a new wave. These computers got these kids on scamming and bamming. All they know how to do is scam. There's a bunch of geniuses out there. How they could be taking thousands and thousands and all it out these banks and things like that. But we need to show them how to take that energy and turn it into real dollars where they can pay taxes, put millions in their bank account, and go up. It's so many ways we can tap in with these, but we need the leaders for these kids to follow. We need the cool people. We need the fly guys. They don't want to follow no poop putt. They want to follow the nigga that's jumping out the roads and be like, nah, we got this financial literacy class today. And pull up. You dig? I'm hopping out the Lambo to go teach them about this cryptocurrency. That's what they want. They don't want to see nobody looking old, shoes twisted and all that. They want to see it, bro. They not believing.
They want to learn. Well, first of all, they only respect the bag. Number two is you got the NFTs, you got the cryptocurrency, and the cannabis is coming to New York legit to where you can get your licenses. And so they got a thing called what they call legacy entrepreneur, where if you was a hustler, if you was arrested for selling drugs, if you was this, the law is made for legacy entrepreneurs, guys who went to jail for selling drugs and all that, and now you can change your life and invest in a cannabis store and all that, and get your application going. So they need to know there's opportunities out there for them. Don't think that it's over. There ain't no opportunities. It's opportunities. I met the kid the other day, B-Love. He came up to the little charity thing I was doing, and I said, when I look at you, I look at 50 jobs. If the kid do it right, stay alive and continue to be successful, he can have 50 employees that can take care of 50 families.
100%. And
these
kids want to live life like I'm with I get all the drill shit, and I get we all going through what we going through. But I was at like self party the other day with the kid B-Love, and I started performing, and when you hear what you hear, I'm be in the streets, but I saw a smile on that kid's face that was more genuine than anything while he was in that. It was like, so I know what these kids want. They really want the dream. You heard? They got to realize that they have it now to get out of their circumstances, and they got to leave their circumstance behind. You can't mix the past with what's coming for you in the future, else it's going to haunt you. And that's one of the illest things I could tell them kids. Like, you can't mix the both. I've been preaching that forever. The streets and the music is not going to make it. You got to choose one. You heard? And if it's music, you got to go all the way with it. Trust me, I learned late that I had to choose one. I was lucky, like leprechaun with me, 4-leaf clover in my pocket, God on my shoulder, angel on my other shoulder. Lucky to escape that. You know what I mean? Like,
I knew when I was in the streets, everybody was going to jail forever. My best friends, forever, right? And feds picking everybody up, and I knew that when I started rapping, I got the deal. I knew that was the only way out for me. So I had to focus, exactly what we talking about. All the shit we talking about when you hustling and you this and you wanted it. Focused it all on the music and said, this is all or nothing. I gotta make it in this music or not. And so that's what these kids gotta choose, especially if you get lucky enough to where you become a star and you get a record deal.
And these kids are so caught up on instant gratification because of the fucking internet and shit like that. Nobody's willing to grind. I haven't heard paid dues in a long time. Remember when we was coming up, you had to pay your dues. You ain't even pay your dues, you had to pay your... I don't even know if they even know what that slogan is in today's generation. You know what I mean? Like, the grind of this game is no more where it used to be for you to get into that spot.
Not like that. Let me tell you something. Yo, Jim, these people would die. Let me tell you something. I used to put up my own posters, you hear me? The glue, take posters, put the glue all night, glue this shit up all over Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn, come home looking like a white fucking Casper. Glue. Then I would sleep for 2-3 hours, then I would come out to the train station and fucking give out a flyer that said Fat Joe with me standing there and be like, look, I'm coming out. I'm a rapper. Look, I ain't had no internet shit where everybody can see, everybody can hear. This is that. If I was performing at the Fever, I was giving out the flyer on Fordham like, yo, come see me Friday. Come see me. Like, it's like, yo, the type of grind. We had the posters. Big Pun, remember we used to have the posters all the night. That was me on the highway.
And that's why we still here, because we figure out how to take that same grind and digitize it. Like, we in 2022 with that same grind that these kids don't really understand. It's not taught to them. Like, for the record I just put out, I did like over 300 dub plates. Like, these, I don't even know if the kids know what drops mean to records for these DJs and things like that. Like, it's certain things that they don't have no idea about, nor do they want to do it. Like, they don't have the patience to do all this. Like, they want things to pop. I put a record out, my shit's supposed to go platinum by Friday off these streams and shit like that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things that set in these kids' heads that we got to kind of trying to help them, figure it out a little bit more. But everything you said is 100% right, and I'm glad that this conversation has a lot to do with about the youth and trying to help them figure it out, especially in our city, because I'm watching our city go crazy. I'm watching Harlem go crazy.
I've never seen this shit so crazy.
Watching Brooklyn go crazy. Like they the two cops the other day in Harlem. Like, it's just stuff that was not thought about. Like, when we was coming up, that wasn't.
You wasn't shooting cops.
No,
cops.
No, that wasn't in your thought.
I wouldn't even argue with cops, Jim.
Bro.
I wouldn't argue with cops because I knew you can't win. So, when you're watching the basketball game and you see the referee give a nigga a tech, you're like, yo, don't argue with him, man. He gonna throw you out the game. You ain't gonna beat him. So when it comes to the cops, I always knew, don't argue with these people. We ain't gonna win. But let alone argue, now he's ambushing and killing the cops. And rest in peace to the two cops. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got discrepancy with the police. A lot of people mad at the police. Police has definitely bust our ass a million times. But to see young brothers get murdered like that, I'm not here for that. So salute to their families. God bless them.
Yes, I'm just talking about the mindset. I understand what we went through for years and years with the police, but I'm talking about the mindset of our youth and things like that, how the shit has changed drastically, should I say, since we were coming up. You dig? Like, there's a click switch that they got that's way different, and we got to kind of tap into that to get them to see a little bit more reality. Like, they don't even know what living life is. You know what I mean?
Our brother Dice Peso. I'm getting on the record with him this week.
South Bronx.
Oh, you know about that shit? That boy Dice Peso, boy. I already wrote it, Dice.
Bro,
I was in Act 97. He sent the boys down. They said, yo, man, what's up, man? Dice said you don't want to do it. I said, come on, man. I wrote the verse already.
Bro. He been talking. He said, he been talking about this for about a month. I gotta get you on this. Yo,
I'm on it.
Then he called me like, Joe said he gonna do the record. It's lit. We going up for the BS.
I'm with him. I'm doing it. Your man, I used to hang out with his father and his uncle.
Yeah, my uncle.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. In fact, I went out of town to Virginia with his uncle, man, and I was too Spanish, too light skinned for the strip. They stopped me like 30 times. I had to come back home. Like, I was like, yo, I'm going to jail. They kept just throwing me. Yo, my man, come here. You ain't from over here. Everybody black as shit. It's just me out there. Yo, my man, come here, though. Like, they threw me on the wall 30 times, and one day I had to tell them, like, yo, give me my money back when you come home, man. I can't. Bro. This shit, I couldn't do it. I wasn't right for the strip.
That's some real Bronx. Go out of town, that's a different era. Like, people have no idea what you're really talking about right now. Like, yo.
Oh, no, that was real. They was getting so much money. His uncle kept coming back with new whips, new Jeeps, new shit. I'm like, yo, how I get it? They like, yo, Joe, let's go down to Virginia. So we went down there, and we get on the strip. Everybody black as hell except for me. Cops keep running on me. Boom, come here. Boom, like 30 times.
They
And one day I was like, oh no, I'm going to jail out here.
VA was burying New Yorkers down there. Like so many people never made it back from VA. Still, right now, they still ain't.
No, they still in jail from that trip. You ain't bullshit.
Oh, bro.
No, you ain't bullshit. You know, I said to people, you know what? I got well, I'm about to tell you some super real shit. I got like mixed feelings about holidays, right? So say Christmas, Easter, shit like that. Because I know guys who's still in jail right now who was trying to get fly to go to 40 Deuce and fucking 88, 89, they still upstate. Sticking everything up, they in jail for 30 years, trying to get dip fresh. The Deuce ain't even the Deuce no more. And so Christmas, how many people you know went out there, hustled too long, got caught, or Rob's son got caught because they was trying to get their family something for Christmas. So I got mixed issues with the holidays because in the hood, that got a lot of motherfuckers locked up.
100%. Christmas time is the worst time for all hood niggas because they taking that chance just to try to get them gifts for the family, for their girl, for their lady, for you trying to show up. You trying to show up.
Who did it though? Who made that shit up? Let me tell you something. I used to be the one dude going through Toys R Us with a fucking list this long. Yo, Chaquito, little Juanito's son, this. Yo, bro, Uncle Dan's old ass came out here in Christmas with a list. I said, yo, Uncle Dan, you the last motherfucker with a list. Like, you gotta stop, Uncle Dan. It ain't going down like that no more, man. See a kid give him $100, $200, keep it moving. Yo, Uncle Dan, you gotta be crazy. That's some old school shit.
The Christmas list is crazy, Joe. You in Toys R Us? You got one Toys R Us working the headlock the whole time. Like, yo, I need you to get this whole list for me right now. You got 9.
What's in my ass to give Chaquito this? Half these dudes, I don't even talk to these people no more. Nah, this shit is crazy. Yo, this shit is crazy, man. Yo, Jimmy, stay safe. I'll see you soon.
Love you, bro.
You gotta come to the crib. Your wife been here.
Nah, she told me it's magnificent.
She told you nigga got a Palacio, huh?
That she said that shit is magnificent.
You gotta come, bro. You gotta come. Maybe next week for this football. I'm not a fan, but fuck it. We'll let the chef cook some shit. The chef over there right now, she cooking some shit, some Korean beef and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
The biggest.
Love you, boys. Pigs.
Yeah.
Man, listen to this, man. You guys don't know who I know. Shit get lit whenever we want it lit. Shout out to Cash App, our partner. You can go to Cash App after this. Use the code FATJOE, FATJOE, and get $15 free. Who don't want $15 free? Cash App, Wild Cherry Pepsi, Ciroc, much finer vodka. And so, shout out to Jimmy. I hit him up at the last minute. I want to talk to him because a lot of craziness going on. And Jimmy is one of these guys that the streets really, really respect. And so I wanted to get his input in it. And lately I've been talking a lot about peace and shit like that. You know, we've seen the 2 brothers pass away, the cops. And our heart goes out to them and their families. And I know cops have beat our ass. I know cops has fucked us up. I know we got issues with the police. But we don't want to see no young brothers get killed. One of them from Washington Heights, beautiful guy, said he got in the cops because his brother used to get harassed and he wanted to change it within the system. And so, shout out to them, but I wanted that. Tom Brady took an L. How about your man LeBron James still dropping 35 a game? How old is he? 38?
36, 37.
Has it ever been done? Ever?
I was telling everybody, the legendary Michael Jordan at 37 was not putting these numbers up. And, you know,
No, don't make it sound like...
I'm not saying that.
Don't compare Jordan to...
Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
LeBron.
I'm saying at the age. Nobody's putting up numbers at that age is what I'm saying.
Nobody's doing this shit.
Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
Nobody's doing this shit. LeBron playing against 20-year-old kids, giving them that fucking work.
20 years in the league, nobody's playing like this 20 years into the league.
Nobody's playing like this 20 years into the league. No one has ever played like this. 20 years into the league, correct?
That's what I'm saying.
Now the fucking team is stinking it up. So I guess he figured out, yo, these guys ain't about shit. I'm going to drop 35, 40 every night. Is that true or what?
It's true. It's true. It's true. Nobody's ever cared about their body the way LeBron James cares about their body.
Now, listen. I'll go light again before I go serious. How about the money challenge they writing in it? Well, you know, Busy B started that back in the 80s. Busy B wrote his name with money. Busy B on the bed in the movie. I think Wild Style or something. He wrote Busy B with the money. Now everybody out there writing their name with the money or writing shit with the money.
The greatest one was Nick Cannon.
I got it right here. That's what I'm about to talk about. Nick Cannon wrote it with paper toilet. It said the IRS is watching. Listen, guys. I dare you to look down my Instagram or anywhere in social media and see if Fat Joe has ever pulled out a $100 bill. One. Find the one. And so these people, when they get caught, they ask themselves, damn, man, how did you told on yourself? You haven't had a legit job in your life. You're writing your names with mountains of money. Fuck is wrong with you? Nick Cannon said, IRS is watching. Fucking right. They don't got to look far. In fact, all they got to do is hashtag money challenge. All right, who's Loco 32? Who's John 43? Who's the OG Penny Loaf? Nigga, you gone. Like, what? I've never seen Brooklyn Babe on the check-in. No, I mean, there's no explanation. Like, you got money, you got money. Cool, man. Don't do it to yourself. Let somebody catch you. Don't catch yourself. Fuck. Unfortunately, Regina King's son committed suicide. It's crazy because Regina King's a living legend, and we've been loving her forever. But it wasn't until like the last 2-3 years that she really broke out as this big actress and movie producer and all that. And then her